What's up, everyone? My name is Nilox Arch. Today I'm gonna play Wanshi's story in PGR. I hope I am able to finish that story like before the event ends. So yeah, at least we can start the story, right? Like make the beginning of the story. So let's see how it goes. The beginning of lies. The moment you see beyond the lies and find reality, a certain string will begin to tighten or snap. Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, so I guess he was like a I don't know, like a surgery guy, like I forgot the word, like the guy that like Doctor Strange, you know. So this is Wanshi. He has like a very serious voice, so I guess he's Otto, right? So he's like hook up. Wait, no, it's like hook up the artificial heart. Use the suction device to suck the vital fluid away. Block the local pain signals and transfer the feedback to the external terminal. Okay, understood. The assistants help prepare the construct on the maintenance bed according to Wanshi's instructions. Wanshi changes into dustproof clothes and stands in the center of the maintenance room. An assistant approaches him at the moment. Dr. Wanshi. A construct was taken to maintenance room 13. Turn on data projection. Oh, sorry. Turn on the data projection. Wanshi nods as he looks at the scan of the construct in maintenance room 13 and says to the assistant, the auxiliary circulatory system of the lower chamber is damaged. Help me start the remote maintenance kit in the maintenance room 13. Huh. But that would take a huge toll on your mind. Wanshi takes several connection wires from the key terminal aside and attaches them to his head. Wait, what? Attaches them to his head, ignoring the assistant's persuasion? That's in connection. The view of maintenance room 13 is revealed by the key terminal. Several robotic arms lifting the maintenance tools in turn under Wanshi's control. The damaged parts of the construct magnified through the microscope, and the gathered data is displayed on the dials of the robotic arms. That's right. We'll fix them at the same time. I mean, it's very difficult to make his voice, because he's like Otto, so he'd be like, maintenance over. Because I mean, he's kind of sleepy, right, all the time. He's like, maintenance over. I'll leave the modules stitching to you. Yeah, I think that's better, right? When she pushes the maintenance tools aside, the robotic arms slowly lower in the projection of the terminal, putting an end to the work in maintenance room 13. Yeah, doctor. And the assistant takes a step forward and takes over the maintenance tool after hearing this. When she stretches out and steps back to make room for the assistant. However, when she is stepping back, he suddenly stumbles on his feet. Wait, what? Everything in the maintenance room seems illusory and distant to him. He reaches out to the left, and the touch of the wall brings him back to reality. He keeps his footing His footing by holding onto the wall. Sorry, guys. My glasses are not like, I don't know. Doctor. When she leans against the wall and takes a few deep breaths. He gets back on his feet again and takes a few pills. I'm okay. It seems that you are much more serious when it comes to maintenance, doctor. Is that so? I didn't feel any difference. Constructs can feel pain just as well as humans. Isn't it a doctor's job to case their pain? We could just turn off their pain module, or use recalling after the frame is fixed. We only advise them to do so when they are suffering unbearable pain. Besides, making a new frame is much more difficult than maintaining it. Otherwise, our work would be meaningless. Speaking of which, I often heard you use recalling to comfort the constructs. during the adjustment? Well, it's part of our duty to help them return to the battlefield. Yeah, right. You get all the talkative about such topics. Right. But it's hard for us to understand it anyway. They're just machines, aren't they? Exactly. Well, enough that, Doctor. It's almost time for the follow-up adjustments of the construct, right? It seems so. I'll get going then. When she says it as he hands up the dust-proof clothing in the closet of the maintenance room and walks outside. I think I did. Okay, lies are everywhere in human society. Lies are around each of us from the moment we come into this world, and everyone will come into contact with them as part of the social network. Lies, ill-intended or not, are alterations to reality. The moment you see beyond the lies and find reality, a certain string will begin to tighten or snap. I mean, I actually think that lying is like very important for life, right? And what might have sounded inconsequential in daily life may turn deadly dangerous after the wall of lies is breached. Oh my god. Okay. The confusion caused by the shocking news from the professor makes Wanshi forget when he was called into the office and when did the topic come up? Wait, what? Okay, I thought it was like something that he forgot about it. Wanshi, frozen in place, swallows hard, trying to suppress the shock and find the words. Professor. Oh wait, he looks different, right? Professor, what you just said. Yes, yes, some lives are more equal than others in the star of life. A place that is supposed to save all lives. Our construct maintenance department, which was established by the military and the Science Council, is basically a slaughterhouse covered with lies. Then the so-called recalling. The constructs known to the public that have been recalled and returned to the battlefields are nothing more than exceptions shaped by the military to be inspirations. They were using recalls, but an arduous operation that extracted the construct's memories by controlling the time difference. They created an illusion of a recall. This means that not every construct is immoral. Their demise on the fields also spells their farewell to this world. Speaking of which, I often heard you use recalling to comfort the constructs during the adjustment. But was Wanshi like a good person at the end, or? Well, I guess he was, right? Stop it. If it's a lie, then what I did before. The memory extraction operation is different from the frame replacement one, which is done with precise instruments and professional assistance. It's a dangerous and complicated technique to perform memory extractions on the battlefield and strip the mind from the frame, which might even result in the loss of memory data. And what is recalling known for? That we could quickly activate it on the verge of death and safely transfer the construct's memories to Babylonia at the cost of slight deviation in their minds. If it's so easy to achieve the same effect as a memory extraction, why would we continue to delve? Delve? I guess it's delve, right? No, I think it's delve. I don't know. Into the mysteries of the mind to improve the success rate of those operations. Recall has been a trick for the constructs from the very beginning. Stop it. Perhaps it's just that we don't have enough clearance to know the higher-ups' intentions. It can be the Science Council, the military, the parliament members. They must have some ways to make recalling possible that they can share with us. Take a look at this data. It's a list of constructs that have enabled recalling. It also records the flow of data shortly after that. How could it be? All those memories were... Exactly, all of them were let into a void. They couldn't feel anything in the outside world, like a computer being shut down. They thought their minds were freed, and one day someone outside will turn them on again. But the truth is that their memories were never separated from reality. They were also shattered by this war along with their fallen frames. Constructs can feel pain just as well as humans. Isn't it a doctor's job to see ease your pain? This can't be real. Professor, please tell me this is a bad joke, or else I... If it's a lie, why are you telling me? Aren't you afraid that I'll tell the constructs the truth? Will you? You won't. Stop it. To let them step into battles with false hopes, or to let them know the truth? To face the harsh reality and confront their end in pain? I know what your choice would be just by the look on your face when you were helping those constructs. It is the same choice as the one I made before. Stop it. Yamaro! How should I respond to the weight of your trust? That's selfish of you. Selfish? Perhaps. Maybe I'm just a jester that couldn't hold it together on my own anymore. Maybe I just want to find someone to talk to. The blood facts won't be changed by individuals. Our department has compromised with their lives due to so many factors, which is probably my sin. This cowardice. Stop it. Wanshi's hands clench tightly in agony as he feels the warmth of blood oozing from his palms. Wait, what? He wants to question, to scold, and to get rid of the past. He slowly raises his hands, trying to do something, only to see the sad and haggard face of the professor when looking up. The professor who brought him into the star of life has already grown so old already. This is no excuse to keep lying to the constructs. I didn't mean to coerce you by telling you the truth. I wish that you'd find a different answer. I'll never end up like you, telling lies in the name of salvation. When she tears off the badge of the star life and drops it on the professor's desk, with the sole wish of leaving the suffocation room as soon as possible without looking at him again. Indifference. All of these are familiar, like a scene repeated from the past. We're on space. After leaving the office, when she walks through the corridor of the Star of Life, and through the porthole, he can clearly see the planet where humans originate, Earth. Constructs, sorry, Hassan? Wait, it's Hassan, really? Constructs will be humans' hope to return to the Earth, the spark to ignite the flame of victory. May the peace be with every child on Earth. The classic speech of the president is broadcasted all over Babylonia repeatedly. Constructs keep heading for Earth under such impassioned advocacy. What exactly does it mean to return to Earth? An honor, a responsibility, or a heavy burden of a long cherished dream that the previous generation could not fulfill, imposed onto the next generation? It's really something I cannot understand. It is necessary to trick the constructs into the battlefield just to get us back to that place sooner. Being the supreme medical institution of the world government, the Star of Life. Okay, so that's the Star of Life. The supreme medical institution of the world government. And the Star of Life is operating tirelessly, providing the best and most effective medical care for all members of the world government. Wanshi from the Construct Maintenance Department, safe travels. Wanshi hears a familiar greeting from the system as he steps out of the Star of Life. Wanshi cannot remember how many times he has heard the words Construct Maintenance Department, but when it comes to his ears this time, the stinging pain hits him with like a hammer, agitating his nerves. It's detected that your anxiety level is rising. Do you want to book a session to relieve your pressure? When she taps no on the digital screen, on the digital screen of the system in silence, the two security guards at the entrance notice him approaching and stand aside at the same time, keeping a certain distance. Both constructs and humans, the constructs seem to be immortal beings. They are human-shaped tools, weapons, or even monsters. Wait, what? The lie set up to encourage the constructs to war was gradually created a ridiculous perception of them for most who live in Babylonia today. I think I did, but just in case. Ridiculous. Then what am I? Even I am one of the persons that help spread this ridiculous lie. It is naturally easy to stand on the moral high ground and to offer criticism. But in retrospect, who am I to criticize others? The two of them have moved on that topic and burst into laughter from time to time, while I am still concerned about this. Happiness. It is happiness wrapped in lies. I have heard such happy laughter in the past. It was when chatting with a construct after maintenance who was hoping to return to the battlefield soon. However, the memory was soon buried behind busy work. Sorry, bossy, what the frick. I haven't seen the construct ever since. Emergency, we got an injured human. After the communication ends, the deserted entrance of the Star of Life becomes busy instantly. Several drones fly out of the Star of Life and administrate various injections on the human. A doctor takes over the nursing bed from the nurse and walks toward the emergency operating room, with several assistants following. Hey, don't forget the construct over there. Sorry, over here. It's just a broken frame. Nothing serious, just process the guy. Okay, I think I got it now. Okay, so I guess... Okay, I didn't get it like at the beginning, but I think I got it now. So I guess when a construct like uses the recall to go back, I guess, to the base, he doesn't do that. He just like disappears. He just like dies, I guess. But they say that they return, but they don't. I think that's what I understand. So that's why he doesn't care about the construct, because he's like, I mean, he's gonna have like another body or so he should be fine. But I guess that's not true then. After that, the doctor continues to discuss details of the human's injuries and surgery with his assistants. The nurses get on the transporter and leave after hanging over the nursing bed. The two security guards glance at each other. Sorry, glance at each other and push the nursing bed with the construct toward the one receiving terminal of the Star of Life. All of these are familiar, like a scene repeated from the past. The security guards go past Wanshi. As they approach, he can see the construct's injuries more clearly. Groans of pain keeps coming from the construct. Wanshi turns his head aside, trying not to look at him again. It hurts. The construct's pain module has not been shut down to avoid mind deviation, which causes the pain to keep torturing his broken body. It hurts so much. The nursing bed goes past Wanshi, and the hands of the severely injured construct dangles weakly and hands over the over the edge of the nursing bed. Damn it. Wanshi clenches his fist, turns around and walks to the nursing bed. Okay, so he went back. He quickly takes out a reagent with one hand and skillfully holds down the left leg of the severely injured construct with the other. What are you doing? The maintenance comes first. I'll go through the formalities later. While the security guards are still dumbfounded, when she has taken over the nursing bed and pushes it toward the Star of Life. It's just a frame. Why does he look so nervous? I don't get it. What a weirdo. Doctor, please help me turn off the pain module. I can't. It would create a mind deviation. Just hold on for a while. It'll be over soon. What was panting? It was like... or was that right? It was like... I see. After finishing the maintenance of the last construct, the professor slowly walks over to Wanshi. Wanshi, why did you leave pediatrics for the construct maintenance department in the first place? Things are obviously more difficult here, and the salary is not satisfactory. The head of pediatrics has told me more than once that you'd have a better future there. Well, because it was short-staffed here. Seeing what unfolded here made me feel like I've got to do something. That's why I started to learn. That's why I started to learn about constructs maintenance. Humans and constructs all suffer from injuries, so isn't it the duty of Star of Life to ease their pain? Enough. After hearing the agitated voice of the construct in a recovery room, when she pushes the door open, leaving the professor and the construct stunned. Professor, why don't you tell him the truth? The truth? Going back in such a state is no different from committing suicide. When she don't do anything stupid. But we're not helping the constructs go back to the battlefield so that they can sacrifice their lives in vain. Sorry, so that they can not sacrifice their lives in vain. Wanshi, as I said, it's pointless. You have had your doubts, right? The so-called constructs are just like humans. They're so-called eternal beings in the world. Professor? Even if what he said was true, what else can we do? I see. Yeah, why would those with power care about the lives of the tools for war? So what if the recall is a scam? Lies and truths make no difference to constructs like us. Yes. Professor, Doctor, I just wanna be alone for a while. But Wanshi, you have got the courage to expose the lies, but I am afraid it's not the right answer. The professor slowly walks out of the room with Wanshi, while Construct sits quickly inside, lifeless as sit completely integrated with the surrounding machinery. It's been a few days since Wanshi exposed the truth to the Construct. Those words keep echoing in Wanshi's ears, lingering for a long time. Why would those with power care about the lives of the tools of war like us? Lies and truths make no difference to constructs like us. Is what I have done pointless? Sitting alone in the department office, the quiet atmosphere around only makes Wanshi more depressed. Seems like I haven't slept for a while. Knock knock. Okay, so this is when he gets like... Okay, I guess. And the sudden knocks on the door interrupt Wanshi's sleep. He rubs his cheek with his hand, shoving the messy documents and sundries on the desk into the drawer underneath. Well, come on in. Wanshi gets up from his seat and walks slowly toward the door to open it. It is a construct he met earlier. What? The construct quickly approaches Wanshi, That actually scared me a little bit. The construct quickly approaches Wanshi and knocks him down to the ground with his elbow. Wanshi feels a cold mechanical touch in his cheek. He tries to keep himself conscious to figure out the construct's intention. What do you want from me? The construct takes a pair of electronic handcuffs from its arms and cuffs Wanshi firmly from behind. Sorry, but we need your help. With what? Huh? After the construct finishes speaking, he grabs Wanshi and pushes him outside of the Star of Life, after making sure that no one is passing by the office. Wanshi notices that the pale blue electric light is glowing on the surveillance equipment outside of the office. What exactly do you want? A little rebellion soul. To rebel against being deceived. You. Didn't you also rebel in your way after knowing the truth behind the lie? The two of them traverse layers of protection in the Star of Life, before finally going outside as the last system voice ends. Okay, I got it here, ready to go. Yeah, what about the doctor? Lead him to us. Who's there? Yikes. I was kind of expecting this, not gonna lie, but man. As soon as the construct asks, an explosive shell pierces through his chest. His vital fluid spilling all over Wanshi. The purifying force, but how? The connecting bolts around the airdrop cabins open after another. All the wires connecting the construct to the airdrop cabin are suddenly snapped, bursting the violent sparks. Yikes. Due to such an emergency, the construct falls to the ground in pain. A dark dagger pierces its throat in an instant, rotates and slashes to the other side, cutting off the construct's neck. Target down. Chico? Who's Chico? Soren! Howard! Huh. The purifying force came faster than I expected. You knew this would happen? Yeah, we knew what the ending would be after seeing the truth behind the lies. To die for humans is the inevitable end of for constructs. The only difference is when and where to die. This is the reality. Then why did you? I'm not you. I have a name, Jet. The white-haired guy is Soren, the one who's good at hacking is Howard. We all have names. The construct called Jet reaches out to his partners who has fallen to the ground. We fought hard from the battlefield to another. Perhaps I want to escape as I was tired of such a cycle. And we did it, making our own decisions after a long time. We decided to escape, even though there was nowhere to hide in the first place. Ouch. The light of the grid completely disappears, and another explosive shell blasts half of Jet's face. This is the reality. Defecting construct terminated. Get the transporter over here and check if the human is injured. Okay, so this is when Wanshi was a human, okay. But I guess he becomes a construct later. I guess, right? Because I think all the characters that you use on this game are constructs, right? Okay. Wanshi sees Jet stop moving and stand still. Several fully armored members of the Purifying Force walk toward Wanshi through the waking power grid, uncuff him and help him out of the airdrop platform. Whistleblower arrested. Oh. Okay, so he's arrested. Checking the ones of the captured human. Can't believe the professor would have done this. Huh? Professor? No, it's the first thing that Wanshi sees after walking out of the airdrop. A platform is the professor being held in the oh my god, in the escort car. The several members of the purifying force are guarding around. The professor sits by the window of the escort car, looking depressed. He puts a hand in front of his mouth in a gesture of silence after seeing Wanshi. Wanshi wants to say something, but the members of the purifying force around immediately puts him aside to check his wounds. Wanshi sees the professor slowly lowers his hands and forces a smile at him through the crowd. Is this... During this time, members of the purifying force keep checking on Wanshi, but he cannot answer anything. He stares blankly at everything around. Members of the purifying force are getting closer, yet he finds it harder to hear their words. The scene around Wanshi is covered in darkness, and he stands alone in the shadows, murmuring to himself. It won't be changed by rage or struggle. Is this the reality beneath the lies? Sheesh, guys. Man. That was kind of intense, not gonna lie. Okay, let's go. A growing fear. Wanshi tries to find some words to comfort the construct, but everything he can think of... Wait, what? But everything he can think of points to an answer that he has known long ago. Oh my god, sorry guys, I'm getting like so freaking stuck. Okay. When she stood frozen in the middle of the outer corridor in the start of life, staring around blankly. Both sides of the corridor are stacked with various medical equipment for the surgeries on constructs. They do not require aseptic processing the whole time, like equipment for human surgeries, and are casually folded over each other in the corridor. After the equipment is taken away, the white pattern engraved on the walls of the corridor that were blocked by the equipment came into Wanshi's eyes. He looks up at the pattern. The huge icon of the Star of Life is carved above his head. Wanshi looks at the icon above in silence. As time passes by, he stands still. The silence is finally interrupted by a rapid beep from the terminal of Wanshi. He takes out the terminal, stares at it for a while, then turns and leaves the corridor. Yeesh. Okay. How's the frame? She sits by the launch, asking about the construct while recording data on his portable terminal. I can already move as normal. It won't take long before I can return to the team. By the battlefield. The construct's voice gradually sinks to a whisper, and his body begins to tremble. Seeing this, Wanshi puts the terminal aside and reaches out to comfort him. Holding Wanshi's hands, the construct stops trembling and continues. The collapsed building pierced our captain's body, and countless corrupted flooded in and ripped him into pieces. I never found scrapping to be that scary. After all, there is no death for constructs, but I still felt the worst fear when looking at the grim faces of my partners as they were scrapped. My partners, who were talking to each other a few seconds ago, turned into scrap metal in a blink of an eye. The searing pain spread from my torso all over my body, and only pain and fear were left in my mind. If the other squads hadn't arrived, I'm afraid I would. That's all in the past. Sure, it's all over. But soon, I'll be assigned to a new team. It's only a matter of time before I return to the battlefield, to that nightmare again. Sheesh. You've got the courage to expose lies, but I'm afraid it's not the right answer. Lies and truths make no difference to constructs like us. Yeah, we knew what the ending would be after seeing the truth behind the lies. To die for humans is the inevitable end for constructs. Closing his eyes, he sees a desperate look on the construct's face after knowing the lies. The inevitable ending and the professor's final gesture of silence. When she tries to find some words to comfort the construct, but everything he can think of... Wait, what? But everything he can think of points to an answer that he has known long ago. The next time you can hold on, just activate the recall, alright? Get rid of the one frame and let your mind return to Babylonia. Like returning to the state before your birth, before your birth, oh my god, birth, protect and warm. But this is just denial. Though it's an escape from reality that would lead to the deviation of mind. There is no shame in following your instincts. Oh my god, it's so sad. Okay, so basically, what is supposed to happen when they recall is that they go back to Babylonia, like their soul, like the soul of every construct, when they do that, it's supposed to return to Babylonia, but it's not true then. It's just a lie. Is that so? Yeah, humans have set up such means of insurance for the constructs so that you can step into the battlefield with calm. You're right. Phew. Sorry for wasting your time and thanks for your comfort. It's the last I could do. It's the least I could do, sorry. Not every doctor is as patient with constructs as you are and takes the time to listen to my complaints. Oh my god, when she's so freaking gentle. I forgot about the word, gentle. He's so freaking gentle. And he's like so like, I don't know, he's so wholesome, you know? Phew, I feel much better. Thank you, doctor. Oh god, it's so freaking hard being... Not only like right here, like this example with Wanshi, but also in real life. I think real life it's like worse because it's obviously real life. I mean, obviously it would be worse if it was like this, but it's like so freaking sad when you have to lie to people or when you have to tell them that they are gonna die, you know. It's so freaking hard to take, you know. Okay, let's go. Hope that we could meet somewhere other than the start of life next time. Sorry. I wish that day will come. Huh? Once she quickly turns around and walks out of the recovery room without letting the construct see his expression. Oh god, guys, this is so tough. So let's go to the next one, guys. Come on. Long night. When she cupped his hands to catch some water, only to let it slip through his fingers. He shook his head and walked out of the bathroom. Okay, so this after that, I guess, right? The next time you can hold on, just activate the recall, alright? Like returning to the state before birth, protect and warm. Okay, this is the same that we read before. Arg. The words he said to the construct lingers around for long. After leaving the recovery room, when she rushes into the bathroom, he no longer has to endure the spasms in his stomach, with no one else around. He leans all his weight against the sink to keep himself from falling. When she tries to calm his breathing, he slowly looks up and stares at his reflection in the mirror. His hands are trembling due to the side effects of anesthesia. With sunken eye sockets from lack of sleep, and his sick body is reflected in his empty eyes. There are just pointless resistance that he has brought on himself. to let them step into battles with false hopes, or to let them know the truth, to face the harsh reality and confront their end in pain. It is the same choice as the one I made before. Turn out that I have ended up like this before I knew it. Since when I couldn't sleep without drugs. I'm starting to be afraid of sleeping. Once I close my eyes, scenes of the past come back to me. And their pain and anger turn into nightmares that haunted me one night after another. Sleepiness begins to seep all over him with the effect of the drugs. As he is about to fall asleep, cold water flows through his fingers and makes him sober again. Wanshi cups his hands to catch some water, only to let it slip through his fingers. He shakes his head and walks out of the back room. A large number of severely injured constructs are placed on nursing beds, and doctors push them to different rooms. What is it? How come there are so many injured constructs at a time? I guess there was an extensive fight on the ground. There's never enough leisure time. After entering maintenance room 1, Wanshi sees a blonde construct with broken equipment. Yet his greatsword is still intact. Wait, isn't this Kamui? His great sword. I mean, it has to be Kamui, right? An assistant is struggling to drag it to the corner of the room to prevent others from being locked. Yeah, he's Kamui. The profile says his name is Kamui. What has he done on the ground to be so badly injured? His damage is beyond repair. He might as well build a new frame. Fits him. Action module damaged. Patient in coma and abnormalities detected in circulation module. Got it. Maintenance begins. Copy. Jeez. What's that doctor's name? Wanshi. Wanshi? What a unique name. It's a pity for him to be a doctor in Babylon with such dexterity and judgment. Hand me his profile. Alright. I didn't expect him to have such an experience. Sir, what do you mean? He's a big fish in a small pond here. Send him down. It would be best if he can survive. If not, we'll also be eliminating a hidden and unstable danger. Roger. With what? What's gonna happen? Maintenance completed. When she wipes away the sweat on his cheek and puts the maintenance tools aside. The assistants walk out of the maintenance room, one after another. When she moves his body, which is slightly stiffened after a long time of maintenance, and decides to leave. But just when she's about to leave, he feels his coat is grabbed by someone. He turns around and finds a construct called Kamui and has woken up at some point. Huh? You are supposed to wake up in half an hour. What about him? Huh? Who? Where am I? Start of life in Babylonia? You're lucky. Someone brought you back from the battlefield. I see. Kamui slowly raises his hands and stares at him for a long time, trying to hold them right, but fails. Tight, sorry. Well, the pain blocking effect is still on. You'd better lie down and take a rest. When she finishes talking, Kamui clenches his hands hard, as if trying to refute him. Later, he leans against the maintenance table so that he can sit up. Thank you for saving me. The depression of Kamui is replaced by bright smiles. Such swift changes in attitude catches Wanshi by surprise. It's fine. After thanking him, Kamui looks down at the portable terminal, jumps off the maintenance table, and walks toward his weapon in the corner. Here comes the next combat order. He's such a chat. I'll return to my army then. Well, you'd better stay a while longer in the launch of the Star of Life. Given your damage, I suggest that you apply for a delay in returning to your team. That's impossible. The corrupted won't be sitting tight for us to destroy. More partners will be injured if I don't go back to. Why are you in such a hurry to return? More partners will be injured if I don't go back to. Why can't the constructs care a bit more about their frames? Are you counting on recalling to protect yourself? Recalling? Never thought of that. Couldn't it mean leaving everything on the ground as well as your partners behind to scale alone? Then why are you still being so reckless? Lads, it's not like that. I know I only get one shot all along, so I'll try hard to get hold of it. Did you know it already? That's not hard to discover. Besides, you hesitated when mentioning the recall, which means you knew in your heart that it was a lie, right? Well, don't worry, I won't tell anyone else. After all, it'll start a more violent riot once spread. Aren't you going to question the existence of such a lie? I believe there are more important things to do than questioning it, right? Oh, is that so? Why are you constructs so obsessed with taking back to the Earth? That's not true. Taking back the Earth is the final result, but what I want is a future where everyone survives until the end of the war. This is how I love this world. Is that what's more important? While Kamui is talking with Wanshi, the door of the maintenance room suddenly opens from the outside, and a man walks in. Here's a direct order from the authority. Wanshi of the Star of Life is transferred to the ground to coordinate the garrison of City 155. Eh? Isn't it the location of my next mission? It's a war zone. Why would you let a human go there? Wanshi's techniques will be a great help in the next battle. You can submit written complaints if you got any. We'll respond to it within 7 to 14 working days. Now all you need to do is to carry out the order, Kamui. Right. Very well. The escort nods and turns to leave the maintenance room directly after informing the order. You haven't been to the ground, have you? No. I got no idea why they were doing this, but don't worry, my partners are stationed in City 155. We'll cover you. Meanwhile, Kamui opens the door of the maintenance room, turns around, and smears at Wanshi. Just think of it as taking a walk somewhere else. Perhaps you'll get to know the important things I'm talking about. It's not like I have a choice, right? So thanks to all for watching the video. Please subscribe, leave a like, and comment. And see you in the next video.